This Saturday, the Heisman Award will be given to college football's best player. While the favorite this year is Indiana QB Fernando Mendoza, much to the chagrin of the Pavia family, Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love may have a slight chance as the only non-quarterback in this year's class. Well, even if that was the case, knowing voters, I'd imagine come Saturday they'd all say, hey, maybe we should all vote for Carson Beck instead. Welcome to the Moon Sam Cast. I am Jorden. This is the CFP playoff committee will be strung up by their thumbs at a gas station. To my, oh boy, I can't wait for the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Brian, how are you?
Pain, suffering. No, it's okay. It's not okay, but it's been 4 days at this point. It's sunk in. There's nothing to be done. I'm okay with what they're doing with the no bowl stuff and stuff, but I kind of get that people are upset about that. It's kind of doesn't really affect your life at all, but that's just me coping. So this is what a broken coping man looks like. The only solace, the only thing I'm holding on to is that at least I get to watch the college football playoff with no emotional investment. Unless Miami wins. Because then I will have to hear about it. I just talked myself into it. A&M beating the shit out of Miami is best case scenario for Notre Dame. I don't know if that happens.
Why is it best case scenario over like an A&M winning?
What do you mean?
Actually, I see your point now. Why is a Miami winning better than an A&M winning? But with Miami, it's
because
like
if you want
they
to talk
got
head
it
to
over
heads,
you guys.
if you want to talk head to heads, we lost to A&M by 1 point. If Miami comes out, and head to head matters, right? And it does. If Miami comes out and lays a fucking stinker, I'm talking 31-10, 21-point beatdown by A&M onto Miami, people are gonna go, oh, maybe we made the wrong choice. No, I don't think that actually happens. I think it's gonna be I think the line's like 4.5, and I think that's a really good line. I think it's gonna be field goal decider, a little less than 4.5, but that's best case hate watch scenario. But besides that, I get to kind of just watch the rest of the playoff and kind of just enjoy it.
That's 2 playoffs in a row you got to just enjoy, which I don't think either one you're super I guess I also my tongue is like that. It's because I was chewing bubble gum. I haven't had bubble gum in years and decided I should pick up some bubble gum. But maybe you were like, actually, I'd really like to be in the playoffs, at least for the college football playoffs. For the MLB, I think we both are very aware that the Astros were just never gonna.
Here's the difference. The Astros had no prayer. Notre Dame is objectively a top 10 team in the nation. Full stop. Now, talent and being a top 10 team don't give you an auto bid. You have to win your games. You have to win them convincingly. You have to show up on the big games. Yes, our quarterback was a freshman or redshirt freshman, first start in Miami. Tough environment. The game matters. You can't be like, oh, well, you can't take that information and then be like, you know what, Notre Dame deserves to get in. It is, I'd say, 75% on the committee for just blundering this whole mess with their stupid restrictions and what they had, like their rules to let people in. And it's 25% on Notre Dame for not finishing the A&M game well, finishing Miami game well. They played like shit in Miami. By the way, that is one thing I have never really, like I've said, is like, oh, we only lost by 3 points. We kind of got our ass kicked. Like, it was not good. Jeremiah Love, that's what I really blame. Not him, but the coaching staff for not giving our best, most dynamic, most explosive, easily our team's MVP the ball more than I think like 8 carries. I think it was like 6 carries in the first half, and then like I think he ended up with like 12 touches or something all game. Those numbers could be wrong. Don't have them off the top of my head. It's Miami. That game should have been almost a 2-score game, but it's just, I don't know. I wanted it, Jordan. I thought from this team to that, from that team to this team that it is now, it is completely different. But you have to win the games. You can't. Quality losses should not be better than quality wins. So just because we lost to the 2 playoff teams and that's our only 2 losses, well, technically BYU only lost to 1 playoff team. It happened to be twice, and they're higher ranked. It's quality losses, I think, are given a little bit too much nod. if that makes sense. Like, oh yeah, they lost real good. I no,
they're real good losers.
Yeah,
real good losers right there.
They lose, but they look good doing it. No,
it's the moral victories that count.
Yeah, it's yeah. So I'm not over it because it still sucks because I want to see my team compete for a national championship. But I mean, what what they laid out, their metrics, they screwed up by not doing this 2 weeks ago. That's the only thing. They screwed up by not doing this 2 weeks ago. Had they made that jump 2 weeks ago, there's no problem. Well, I mean, there's a problem. I'm so upset, but there's not this outlandish, like, you let us on type shit. You teased us.
You got edged a little bit, Brian. Huh? You got some blue balls. I will say, and this is maybe to the credit, not really the credit, but like to Notre Dame's argument, because I'll do a twofer here. You did say the ways you can get into the college football playoff, but you did miss one, which was an auto bid if you win your conference. Now, of course, in Notre Dame's case, it doesn't apply.
That's not an auto bid.
Well, if you're a top,
it's not an auto bid. Jorden.
Okay.
ACC, it's not an auto bid.
If it was if Notre Dame was playing for a conference championship with its current team, it'd be an auto bid if they won. With that said, I am fully of the opinion that the committee was very much on the side of like Notre Dame actually should be in over Miami. But what happened was, and this is partially y'all's fault. I don't want to victim blame here, but like it's kind of victim blaming in some sense. You have a room full of fellas who all are an AD at some school that's in a conference somewhere. They know each other. They talk. You have Captain All Ears and First Officer Blunt going at each other, have some talks. So they sit down come Saturday night, Sunday. They're like, well, fellas, we have a kind of a bit of a problem here. There's no ACC team coming in. Virginia was probably supposed to win that game. Then you do a trick play into double coverage and lose, which that's completely their fault. And so you have all these guys who are, I'm not going to say conference adjacent, but they are part of conferences and they have a vested interest in making sure the conference system continues. And they come in there and they go, well, fuck, fellas. There's no ACC school. We can't just leave out the ACC, even though it's like a power 3 and they're like, it's an odd place for the ACC at this point because they're, again, like 2 or 3 years from breaking up. And they come in and they say, fuck it, put Miami in. Even though I think they all, I'm going to get in their heads. We're going to do a soul read real quickly. They all agree that Notre Dame was the objectively better team, especially down the stretch. Not from the first game. And again, I don't believe any of their metrics matter whatsoever. They're just like head to head, sure. Head to head matters for sure. But
it does have to matter, Jorden. But
it does have to matter, but it also doesn't have to matter at all. We've entered a paradox, which is it all matters, but none of it matters. Not to quote Kingdom of Heaven, but Salahuddin says, what is Jerusalem worth? Nothing and everything. It's the same concept when it comes to their metrics. But I think you guys got screwed because for like multiple weeks, they were like, hey, but Notre Dame's like 10 or an 11 or 12. It's above Miami at least. And then when push comes to shove and they kind of go, fuck, we have to put an ACC team in because like we're all boys here. We're all conference boys here. Like there's no UConn in the room who's gonna be like, actually guys, I think Independent should get something. There's no UConn in the room to say anything like that. So you guys were the first on the chopping block because of conference politics, which again, not to victim blame, but like join a conference, but also like, I don't think you guys should join a conference. I think if you join a conference, it actually be disastrous for everything.
I don't want to join a conference and people are going to be like, why not? And I'm like, I don't want to. I like where we're at. I like being able to. The only problem is that we're scheduling is going to get real tough real quick.
Well, one also, I think if, at least for the current generation, that's the NIL booster generation, I think if you guys joined a conference, boosters would back out like that. They'd be pissed.
Oh yeah.
Like the I want to say the boomers, but like older Gen X, the boomers, they've all grown up with Notre Dame without a conference and they know Notre Dame as we're Notre Dame, we're the big brand. You guys actually like, hey, we're going to join the Big Ten now. They'd be like, oh, go. No, I'm not giving you another $1. It's like if you guys became a Mormon institution, like there would be riots in South Bend. So that's my little spiel on that. I was going to try to get it in on Blake's episode, but we just couldn't get it in. So I truly believe, yes, you guys got screwed. But it was just a politics thing that you got screwed on.
is it weird that I can admit, or I can say that we got screwed, but I can admit I understand exactly where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that's
punched
like
me
the
in
rational
face,
mindset.
I get it.
Yeah, I get what I said. Like, yeah, okay, I think
the committee was so like. I think they got into the room and they were like, "We need Notre Dame to like." I think at week 7 or 8, they were like, "We need Notre Dame to lose one of these last games. They need to lose like one of their last 5 games because that will make our job so much easier." But we just kept winning and we kept it. I think it was 29.6 points or something a game average like margin of victory until they were like, "Uh-oh. Please, someone see, please." And then the AC, actually, I think the conferences are a little mad at the ACC being like, "Why did you put these stupid tiebreakers in for your championship game, dude? What are you thinking?" And they're like, "I don't know. We're a conference that's breaking up soon." And they're like,
I mean,
you screwed this all up, and now we have to because we're about to just do the same 10 minutes that we just did. So
no. I mean, and again, I am on your side in some sense. I do think that I don't know how to pronounce your AD's name. I forget how to pronounce it all the time.
I just call
your
him
AD's name,
the boss.
Yeah, that Notre Dame's AD, I think has. I don't want to say screwed the pooch a bit in terms of going out so hard. You're going to disagree with me, but I think it's a PR battle real quickly because
we're winning.
I think what did you say?
And we're winning it.
I think you're not winning it because I think I've seen
ESPN's down $40 million. We don't lose a thing.
Yeah, well,
they have to make up the $40 million we could have brought in for them.
You mentioned that. I looked that up, and I didn't see that number anywhere. What I saw was that Notre Dame lost out on $25 to $30 million for not being in the CFP playoff or CFB playoff. I mean, it could be that much. It could be that much.
$18 billion worth of funding, right?
I don't.
$25 million is.
I know. Listen, it's like me saying like, yeah, Alabama gets money from, or like Harvard gets money from the Ivy League championship in March Madness. And it's like, sure. But it's fucking Harvard. Of course, they don't need that money. It's like Notre Dame doesn't need to make the money. Like, it doesn't help, obviously, to fund athletics, of course. But the endowment for Notre Dame is probably much more than, I mean, it's a drop in the bucket. It's like every time Steve Ballmer has to like pay something, make up for a crime he's committed. It's like, okay, it's like make him pay $50K. It's like when Mark Cuban gets hit with a fine by the NBA or used to. It's like, oh, you're going to fine him $50K? Oh, so cool. He's
Notre Dame's skipping a bowl game in a big deal for ESPN with projections showing a potential $50 million revenue hit.
I get that. I don't think ESPN gives a shit.
Why? ESPN is struggling. Just because they're owned by Disney does not mean they get Disney money.
But they don't get Disney money, but they also can flounder all they want. And also, I've been like writing a tentative blog about this for weeks, and I need to finally just fucking put it out. The switch to ESPN Plus has been somewhat disastrous, but there's a reason for it because they understand how the future of TV contracts is playing out. They can't have these defensive TV contracts anymore that they've been like the ACC network, which again, who knows, will be here in 2 to 3 years. The SEC network, trying to get all these like college football playoff. These were all defensive measures so that like the Foxes of the world, the NBCs of the world, I was gonna say ABCs, but that's actually just ESPN. Well, the other ones, the other larger media companies like Amazon, Netflix can't get them. I do think they're pivoting. They're gonna lose money for the next 5 to 10 years. And Disney's going to be okay with it because they're going to realize how they're pivoting, which is to control the market. Like YouTube TV is going to release a sports only media package, which is significantly less than the $89 you're paying right now. So I think ESPN.
Are they really?
Yeah, they are. There are reports that I don't know what it's not going to be out yet. I don't know what it costs. I imagine it's at least more than $15 because that's what you have to pay for ESPN alone, for their fee. Their I think channel fee or coverage fee or whatever.
I don't watch TV. The only thing I watch on Fubo is sports.
Yeah. So I think that's like a masterful play by. What I imagine happened is Disney came in and said, "We'll negotiate, but we'll give you, we'll negotiate, but
fuck those corporate $1 billion shills at Disney." I support those corporate $1 billion shills at Google. All right?
Alphabet. Yeah. No, but I imagine what happens when they went in the room and said, we'll negotiate with you guys. And YouTube TV behind the scenes was like, fellas, what if we just made a sports only package? And then we can just make people pay for that instead. And then
now that we have the contract with ESPN, it's already signed it. They can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna have to increase costs anyway because I imagine it's not the MOU, it's whatever the term is for the fee you pay for a channel to host a channel. I imagine that went up, but YouTube TV was smart enough to pivot. With all that said, yes, $50 million is a lot. At the same time, I think ESPN is in a money losing phase right now, and they're like, we don't get a fucking bowl game. Who gives a shit? Or try like,
well, if you're in a money losing phase, wouldn't you want the guarantee of, oh, well, we know we have this coming in?
Well, because it's also a corporation backed by Disney.
Disney does not fund them.
They don't fund them, but they can also keep them alive. If ESPN loses, Disney controls fucking 2 cities in the world. They don't care. They're going to control all of us soon enough. It's going to be like Amazon Disney, Orlando, and I mean, they don't really control Orlando and whatever Disney is in California.
Oh, you're talking about World. I thought, okay.
I don't know which one is World and which one is Land. I've never known. It's like, I don't know the days of the month. I just never will know.
World is Florida, Land is California.
Okay. Land at least controls the city. World doesn't, but like it's the central, I don't know. I don't think people go to Universal for like, you're going to go to Disney at some point.
We should not go down our hatred of Disney hole. So
I'm not going to say I hate Disney.
No. Disney adults.
Oh, yeah, no, I think some people deserve less, and they're one of those groups. I'm okay saying that. What are they going to do? Character me to death? Be like, oh, fucking Goofy would hate you. Okay, he's a fucking dog. Let's see, that sounds like he sucks my dick. That was weird. But to get all this back to like where we were, yes, Notre Dame leaving the bowl game is going to impact Disney or ESPN, I think, at the same time. It's a weird place ESPN is in right now where they have bigger problems than not making it. $50 million does seem like quite a lot to us, to anyone. At the same time, they're like, well, we have the Pop-Tarts bowl.
Jorden, if you're eating a shit sandwich, you don't want to put diarrhea mayonnaise on it. And that's what this is. They're eating a shit sandwich, and they're like, oh, well, it's just a shit sandwich. It still sucks, but it's a shit sandwich. Oh, no, there's diarrhea on top. I
mean, that may enhance the flavor. It's 2, like, palatable flavors, diarrhea and poop. You got... listen,
we need to get a hard curtain. We're also 17 minutes in.
Who cares? It's you guys got Blake on Monday who gave us actual information about how college sports works, and now you have us 2 dumbasses going like, "Oh, yeah, what if you eat a shit sandwich? Will that work well with diarrhea mayo?
It's poo poo dipped in diarrhea.
Does it taste different? I'll ask my dog. Be like, hey, does that taste different at all?
I forgot dogs eat their own shit. I don't miss that about my puppies. I miss my puppies very much, but I don't miss them shitting, eating their own shit, and then throwing up their shit.
So I have a very famous story, and we'll get off this in a second, but clips maybe, I don't know. When I was like 15 or 15, we had a family dog, and I stayed home sick from school one day. And like I was actually sick, and for some reason I told my mom like, all I want is some iced sweet tea, because like I'd seen it on Duck Dynasty, which I got really into at one point. I was like, so I drink sweet tea. I want some sweet tea, homemade sweet tea. Mom made me homemade sweet tea. I was already had some stomach issues that day. I don't know what the sweet tea did, but it did some magic in my stomach to where it all became liquid.
Well, was it caffeinated?
Maybe. It was. I think it was Lipton with sugar. So like, yeah, I'm
pretty sure Lipton is caffeinated.
Yeah. All that to say, I was standing in front of the TV, sick, home from school, let out a fart, betrays me. A lot comes out. I go, Mom, I sharted. And like, I go to clean myself up and there's poop on the floor. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm sick. Come back. It's all gone. I'm in hell. It's all gone. Turns out the family dog just cleaned up my shit for me. It was, perfectly clean. Brutal stuff. But whatever. That felt like a whatever.
I didn't know where the story was going, so I wrote dog on my notes to maybe clip this, and I have since just scratched it out.
Yeah, good. Speaking of scratching things out, Sharon Moore. That's got to be one of the worst. Like, we had Mark Sanchez was there, and this felt like. Okay,
can I admit something to you?
Yeah.
What happened? I was not on social media at the time.
Well, here's the thing. So it was a weird, because I saw he got fired. And he goes, makes sense. Like, maybe he's just not up to snuff. It's not the hardball of it all. It made sense. And then I went and like walked my dog and like we went and did a track run, came back, and I'm like, my first word I see is like, oh yeah, Sharon Moore has been arrested by police, was going to like assault somebody at this girl's house. I was like, what? Okay. I had got this year by a fake journalist, just for myself. I was like, okay, I got to check. The guy had like 2.7 thousand followers. I'm like, oh, clearly not real at all. Come to find out, he's been having an affair with like some football staffer or something like that. She's been seen on the sidelines. Like, I think she was maybe during the hardball era. He's having an affair with her. Already probably not a bad look, which also tells me, hey, you got to have like a guy who's only football brained. If you're in that position, there's only one kind of guy you got to have. I saw someone say like, if she had offered Harbaugh a blow job, he would have been like, my hair's not wet. Why would I need that? And then gone back to like do football tactics by himself. That's the kind of guy you need to the head of Union University. Dude throws away millions of dollars, wife, children.
One caveat, but
okay.
About your coach's brain. Andy Reid thinks about cheeseburgers a lot, so you can think about food and football. That's it.
You experience pleasure in other ways. I think Jim Harbaugh does it by being a psychopath. And to be fair, he did think about cheeseburgers once and it got him in trouble. So he had to sit at a Waffle House and watch football for like 2 times. Maybe that actually is the way. Football and cheeseburgers. That's all you should think about. But now it's come out that he like got arrested for assault. Like aggravated assault. I saw another tweet about how, like he was going to go assault someone. I imagine it's the girls, somebody. It's a whole fucking mess. We thought Mark Sanchez was a monster. And like, to be fair, he is. Mark Sanchez, complete monster. He knows the hotel owner though. So maybe that's, good. Sharon Moore, also a monster. One of the first tweets I saw, and again, I thought it was a joke, was like the OJ chase. And it's like, Sharon Moore's going to do this. I was like, haha, funny. Turns out he actually may have done the OJ chase, or been this close to the OJ chase. So honestly, couldn't happen to a better school.
So what did he assaulted someone?
Yeah, but he got fired because of the inappropriate relationship. I believe he got fired first and then the assault happened. I think it was one on top of the other. I think the girl came out and like told the university about it, and the university said, "You're not a good enough football coach for us to let you get away with this."
Was she pregnant? I thought I read something about her being pregnant.
That may be the case. That's probably a good reason to tell the university, like, "Hey, your head football coach
is like, hey, you have to take care of me now." And he was like, "Nah."
He was like, "I have a wife and children. I already got children to take care of. I have 100 something plus other children to take care of. I don't need another child." And then
like, okay, fuck you. Watch this.
I'll go to the University of Michigan and talk to them about this, which again, couldn't happen to a nice university of people who have an inflated self-ego. To be fair, they have won a national championship relatively recently, so I can't get too angry at them. But at the same time, sometimes I hear them talk. I'm like, it is University of Michigan. It's not like fucking Harvard. Like Notre Dame. And this is a way better school than Michigan.
No, okay. Michigan's got a pretty good law school, if I remember correctly.
But it has, yes. I mean, to be fair, you guys have a SCOTUS judge and they don't. So, or justice, not judge, but like it all works out in the end. So, in every metric, you will beat them.
We do have a SCOTUS. Get them involved.
Well,
we could legally make the playoffs.
Well, that's the thing. Like the MOU that was signed, it was first of all utterly ridiculous. Whoever signed that should never be allowed to sign contracts.
That's the thing. The other ADs and like conference commissioners had to agree to it. Why the fuck would they ever agree to that? Of course, Notre Dame City going there like, yeah,
we'll take that. Yeah,
okay.
It's the Patrick Star negotiation from SpongeBob where he's like, I'll give you $5. And it's like, no, I'll give you $6. It's like, I'll give you $7. So it just keeps going up. And that's what I feel like happened. But no, the joke was like, Notre Dame just has really good lawyers. That's why you guys have a justice on the court. Now, of course, it's Amy Coney Barrett. So I don't know if she cares that much about fucking football. But football as life, as we learned from Ted Lasso. Even though the other football is what was talked about.
Danny Rojas.
But that's all my college notes for right now. I mean, I will say one thing is that I know people talk about bowls recently. There's been a lot of bowl talk. and how bowls don't matter. I will say one of my favorite things about this time of year is having like a nowhere bowl in the middle of like Utah. I mean, it's like Buffalo versus Hawaii. Turn that shit on. I want that on all day. That's the beauty of college football. Listen, Texas Michigan Citrus Bowl. Probably be a good game. BYU, Georgia Tech, probably a good game. One is the Pop-Tarts Bowl. I love the Pop-Tarts Bowl, but like, give me like the Joe's Air Conditioning, Utah, Provo Valley, a Crumble Cookie Bowl with Buffalo and Hawaii, and all like half their players are sitting out because they're all going to transfer.
Look,
give me that shit all day.
Look, I know I have to stand and be like, no, Notre Dame pulling out of a bowl game is good. We're doing the right thing. You got to understand that every Notre Dame fan they have to stand up for that. And in the back of their minds are like, less football is never good. We want more football. Everyone wants more football. The committee wants more football. That's why they're talking about expanding it to the 16 teams. Everyone wants more football. So that's why it's like, yeah, fuck you, committee. Fuck you, ESPN. We ain't going to play that bowl game. What the fuck am I going to watch?
To be fair, y'all are also going to get the Pop-Tarts Bowl, which again, as I explained to Blake in my thing, the People's National Championship. That is the People's.
I really do think they nailed this right, because the first two out, if they both want to play a bowl game, have to throw that in there for brand. If they want to play the bowl game, I think the first two out should absolutely play.
Yeah, that'd be a fun bowl game. Two teams have something to prove. Probably a lot of players sitting out, but again, you're at the Pop-Tarts Bowl. It's incredibly stupid. And the best, we talked about, ESPN, YouTube TV. It's like, oh, my corporate brands, my oligarchs. It's like, okay, but this is Kellogg, and I do hate them as a concept, but at the same time, this shit rocks. I love watching Pop-Tarts do silly things on the sidelines and be like, yeah, I get to get eaten. It's like a fucking, an Aztec.
I don't think
we'll
we'll ever top the first play. I don't think we'll ever top the first Pop-Tart Bowl. I think that was the greatest, well done, the little sign at the end and everything. The Pop-Tarts Bowl, man. Some are saying it's right up there with the Rose, the Citrus, the Fiesta.
Can I say something a little crazy real quickly? I think it's better these days. I think the Rose Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl, they've all kind of fallen because they're lead up games. They're no longer a standalone game. They're lead up games. Pop-Tart Bowl standalone. Last year, whatever the first sacrifice was came back to Handel's Messiah's Hallelujah part. I was like, dude, this shit rocks. They had Pop-Tart Jesus show up.
Pop-Tart just dropping lore all over the place.
Yeah. There's you remember Bionicle lore just rocked back in the day? Pop-Tart's lore is kind of on that level where it's this is kind of deep stuff.
I need to go back and watch. I need to sit down on YouTube, find a guy that has spent 20 hours working on a 1 hour video project explaining Bionicle lore to me, and I will be the happiest boy, because that's what I do with Elden Ring and Dark Souls and all that stuff with Nitty Vadia, no free ads. But
before we get too far, there's a 17-hour video on the newest Star Wars game of a guy breaking it down and why he hates it. I've gotten
newest Star Wars game. Is that Outlaws? Or is it
Outlaws or Outcasts or something like that? It's 17 hours long.
Oh my God. That's no, okay. Listen, we're sports fans, right? We hate teams. No one hates anything more than a Star Wars fan hates new Star Wars shit. It's incredible.
Well, if you ever have time,
they do nothing right. There is no appeasing them. I don't know what's. No. I don't get it. I would consider myself a Star Wars fan, not a super fan. I don't consume all the content. I'm still behind on a bunch of shows. I didn't watch the latest Mandalorian season. I didn't watch, which I need to do actually, because I've heard it's one of the best things they've ever made, is Andor. I need to get on that. I consume the media and I'm a fan of it, but true blood, this is their shit. They wear Star Wars stuff like I wear Texan stuff or Notre Dame stuff. They fucking hate their product, bro.
I mean, what's the thing? And I'm going to reference this sooner than later about our next thing, or the NFL. But what's the thing? Everything was cool when you were 12. The best culture is when you were 12 years old. When most of these Star Wars fans were 12 years old, there wasn't a new trilogy. There wasn't new shit. They're just like, I miss the prequels. And like, to be fair, the prequels do rock on like in weird and good ways.
They aged well because we can appreciate just how ridiculous they were, but also very entertaining. And also very charismatic characters. That's, I think, what people. This is a podcast.
I know. One last thing on that, but like, I did love the politics of the prequels. I thought that rocked.
Oh, you are alone on that boat, bud.
I loved that shit. I love seeing like the Senate do things. I love seeing like the interplay between the Emperor or Palpatine trying to like gain power through like all this. It was cool, and I loved that. When I saw it I was a kid, I'm like, I'm really interested in this. This makes sense on how we got here. And like now as an adult, I'm like, this shit does still rock.
Sense, Jorden.
I mean, dude, my mom took probably a lot of Tylenol as a kid. She was pregnant with me. That's all I can guess. I did ask her. I was like, how much did you take? She was like, none. I'm like, I don't believe you.
Lies.
Lies. You took something at least that made me this way. But that's all my college football notes. Really. I know you have some NFL notes, and I have one.
Well, it's a perfect transition. You said, what you just said was everything was better when you were 12 years old. Well, Jorden, did you see who was back in the NFL?
I have a thing on this, Brian, and I'll let you go first.
I have a list.
Okay.
Let me give it for you.
Give me this list.
Phillip Rivers is back in the NFL. Patriots have won 11 games. Cowboys are average. Joe Flacco can still sling it. There is drama in Philadelphia. Matthew Stafford is a stud. The Seahawks defense is disgusting. Aaron Rodgers is the 4th seed. Browns and Raiders are eliminated. Your childhood is not over.
And no one's ever really gone, Brian, to reference Star Wars again. No one's ever really gone. None of this shit is like, do you think at Tom Brady's mansion, there's a Patriots helmet somewhere that he walks by now and he just speaks to him like the Green Goblin mask, like, come back, Tom, come show Drake May, make him Drew Bledsoe again. Like there's, I'll just say, I'm a Texans fan. You're a Texans fan. I've been Texans fans for as long as the Texans have been around. I'd not say my entire life, but as long as I don't remember things back then. I'm going to say this, and I hate to say this, but I have to say it. As someone who's watching Texans get good again, I want the Colts to win the Super Bowl.
Oh my God, it would be the best.
Yeah. Only because Phillip Rivers finally gets that ring. And like you think of the guys of his generation, all of them have rings now. Like that entire class has rings.
Do you know how close we were to seeing Phillip Rivers in the Super Bowl a couple years ago? Because when the Eagles beat the 49ers, I think it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, don't remember. And Purdy had an elbow.
Mm.
If the 49ers would have beaten them, and Kyle Shanahan said he was going to call Phillip Rivers and be like, you got 1 week, or 2 weeks technically. You got 2 weeks of practice and training to get back up because you're going to be our quarterback in the Super Bowl. That would have been so fucking awesome. Because this is that San Fran team that had Debo, Kittle, CMC, and what's his name? Ayuk, who's been injured and also maybe done
for like ever. Yeah.
For the 49ers, like in the organization.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers throwing to them when he spent his career throwing to studs like Keenan Allen and Antonio Gates. I'm sure I just missed a couple people and people are going to be pissed off at me. All right. Put down your guns. We're on the same side.
We all love Phillip Rivers here.
Dude, that would have been so awesome, dude. But instead we got the Eagles losing in the Super Bowl.
I like Tom Brady has hit upon this, and I think a lot. I not really, but you know how old heads hit on like the quarterbacks were better back in my day.
Oh yeah,
like objectively they were right already. The Colts had at their disposal the entire NFL. All the quarterbacks who have maybe left the NFL recently, they had, Cam Newton's upset he wasn't called. And they decided to call 44-year-old Phillip Rivers, because he can still fucking sling it. And that's so much about not only that him as a player, but that entire generation that they kind of are right. They are just like better in every way. Like fucking Aaron Rodgers is still playing. And like Joe Flacco versus Rodgers was one of the better games this year. And like, I hate it. They're just right.
Jorden, we used to watch gods play every Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, not this year, and Joe Burrow. There's Justin Herbert this year. Well, let's take that one back for a second. No, he did beat the Eagles, which was really nice with a broken wrist, and he tried to stiff arm someone with a broken wrist.
Yeah,
you know what? I'm putting him back on the list. And Justin Herbert. They're incredible. Don't get me wrong. There's some of the most talented quarterbacks of all time. We used to watch Manning. We used to watch a league with Manning, with Breeze, with Rivers, with other Manning, with Brady, with Big Ben. Like, and the list just goes on, and Cam Newton in his prime. The list just goes on and on. Russell Wilson in his prime, and on and on and on, dude. Like, we used to watch God's battle every
even
Flacco. Yeah. Carson Palmer.
I forgot about him. Like, there's the things you could. There's a ticker recently I saw from like 2010, maybe 2008, and it's like you see these guys, you're like, holy shit! Even like the bad teams, they were throwing 300 yards a game because they were just so much better. And we can talk about that till fucking Favre, Brett
Favre.
I mean,
well,
it's just like
Favre and Colson Palmer were a little bit older, to be fair.
Yeah, but it's like that same kind of. They intersected in
but they all were like lined up.
Yeah.
And it was just, oh my God. We used to watch gods compete every Sunday.
And that is why, because of that generation, there's only one guy I can think of who doesn't have a ring. And that guy is Phillip Rivers.
You mean you're talking about the top tier of the quarterbacks, not just like, they had a couple years.
Yeah. I mean, like the guys we just named, like the guys you think of and you're like, these were gods. There's one guy who doesn't have a ring, and that's Phillip Rivers. And if we know one thing about his personal life, he's great at finishing. So I'm hoping that he can finish. Too. Well, yeah.
How old is Cam Newton?
Cam Newton's 36. He's 36.
I'd throw him in there.
Yeah.
I'd throw him in there. He's like the tail end, like the chopping block.
Yeah. For some reason, I feel like his career
he had a chance.
Yeah,
Rivers never made the Super Bowl.
Yeah. He got to the AFC Championship, I think, in like 2007, but he never made the Super Bowl. For some reason, Cam Newton, I feel like I know he didn't have a shorter career, but I feel like his prime was so much shorter than all the other guys we named here.
He was to have the unks reel back in to get the younger crowd in. He was like Jackson Dart before Dart was. He was running with his head down, being like, sorry, I have been cramping all day and one just shot up my leg. I'm going to play through it.
Play through it, coach. Hey, rub it a little bit. Get back on the field. Rub some dirt on it. Get back on the field.
I lost it. That took me out of it.
Okay, I know. I'll end this final thought. Earlier this season, I said the Colts have been cursed since Andrew Luck because they let down this generation of quarterback who, the way I remember him being talked about, and the way like he played in some sense, like you hear John Gruden talk about how he had the best cadence he's ever heard. And John Gruden knows quarterbacks. Like this is not for discussion. This amazing, talented superstar he was a future Hall of Famer. He was going to be a Super Bowl winner. Let him down, organizational challenges, retired early, boot him off the field. Since then, the Colts have been cursed with quarterbacks. Just nothing has worked out. And I theorized earlier. It was like, is Daniel Jones like the way to break this curse? Because he's come in.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, another one.
Quarterbacks.
I mean, you can actually just go.
He was on the Colts. That's why.
Yeah. But like, you think of, Daniel Jones had this horrible career in New York. Everyone maligned him. He comes to the Colts, does an amazing job. Maybe they go win a Super Bowl, and that's how they beat the curse. Off the table. How you beat the curse is you bring in the one guy from the era of these super giants, these giants of men who does not have that ring. And you say, let's go get that ring. And that's how you break the curse. And then Anthony Richardson comes back or Daniel Jones comes back and it's all beautiful. You have quarterbacks for more than 1 year, who don't get hurt, but that's how you break the curse. I want it. It's not going to happen, but I want it. I want a Colts Super Bowl, which is, I never thought I'd say as a Texans fan, but I want a Colts Super Bowl right now.
But it's not a Colts Super Bowl. It is a Phillip Rivers Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's like It's like the Giants. I don't give a shit about the Giants. But Jameis is playing? Oh, I'm cheering for the Giants. Like I love me some Jameis.
Put Jameis on the Colts. I don't know, just get everyone we like in there.
She should be you have if he's being a backup somewhere and he's not being used, every team should have the option to pick up the phone and be like, we are claiming Jameis Winston from your team. We will send like a punter over in compensation. Or like they have to give like a seventh, like it could be, they could trade for Jameis Winston at any point. You have to give up a 7th round draft pick, but you have to play him. You can't trade for him and then not play for him. He has to start at least 2 games in a row.
I love that rule.
Let's go 3.
3. Do the 3 batters faced or whatever. Is it 2 batters or 3 batters? Yeah.
So no matter, even if your quarterback comes back healthy, Jameis Winston has to start 3 games, and you cannot just have him start, take a snap, and bench him. He has to play unless he gets injured. Has to play the whole game.
No, actually, I'll give you one better. He has to either throw a touchdown or interception. That's how you can get him off the field, and it's either one. You never know. So,
and if he throws a touchdown, you may not want to take him off the field.
Yeah. So, dude, I don't know. I'm happy Phillip Rivers. And like, he's a kid who's going to college. Like, what an just a I mean, actually, I think they showed a video of him in college with his first daughter. I think it's his first daughter. And it's like, oh, that child has a child now. Like, that's how old he is.
Oh, he's a grandfather,
Yeah, because he also had his baby at like 18 or something. I mean, he got married earlier, and he has like 1,000 kids.
Thank God he made it. Thank God he made a shit ton of money. By the way,
that actually maybe the Colts move is how to sell out the stadium. Just invite Phillip Rivers kids. But that's my only NFL note, but it's the best NFL note.
I got one more for you. It's a question.
Yeah,
Jorden. Right now, as things stand, what is your Super Bowl matchup? Actually, let's extend it a little bit. Let's go AFC Championship. So 2 teams from the AFC, 2 teams from the NFC. Who do you think makes it to those games?
Okay. AFC for sure. Patriots. Let's go Patriots. Huh? I know people are going to malign me for this, but I'm going to say this not because I think they're the best team to play them, but I think it's the team that has the most almost get their victories, if that makes sense. I think it's the Broncos. And it's not because I think they're like this amazing team. I think it's because like they show over and over again, they're just going to win a game. And it's a survival dance. That's all you have to do is have to win a game. And so as much as I don't think they're going to be the team that goes, maybe the Bills go play them or something like that. Patriots for sure. I think it's going to be the Broncos just by pure willpower alone.
What about over the NFC?
Rams for sure. Because Matthew Stafford's having like a career year again. You know what? I'm going to go a little crazy here. I'm saying the Seahawks.
I don't think that's crazy at all. I don't think that's crazy at all. I think those are the best 2 teams in the NFC right now.
I know because like the Seahawks, every time you watch them play, like I know that there's a tweet about the Texans, like every team's defense screams, and then like the Texans just go out and hurt people.
Like line up.
The Seahawks are. Yeah. I can't say the words, but the Seahawks are like similar to that.
Okay, we saw the same tweet.
Yeah. It's the same tweet that it's the landmark or the litmus test or whatever thing is tweet. But yeah, I'm thinking Broncos, Patriots, and then Eagles. Not Eagles. Fucking hell. Seahawks, Rams for NFC.
I like that. That's actually got a lot of potential for Super Bowl rematches. Patriots has played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl in the past 15 years. And then they played the Rams as well in the past 15 years. Broncos played the Seahawks. I don't think Broncos ever played Rams, but Broncos played the Seahawks for sure. And that's when Peyton Manning got his ass kicked by the Legion of Boom. But so that I'm down for that. I'd roll with that. I don't want to see the Eagles. I do not want to see the Eagles. I'm sorry. That team is broken.
We're like a week away from Sirianni bringing on his kids again. Like it's that bad, huh?
Oh, it's. I don't know what's wrong with them either. No one knows what's wrong with them. I'm not an expert by any means, but what they have the puzzle pieces. They all have chemistry. I guess you could say they're offensive line injuries, but I mean, hey, teams are winning with shittier offensive lines.
It's one of those things where like the team just is broken. It's like when you're just sick and the doctor can't figure out why. It's just like something's off, something's wrong. I don't think the Eagles are going to make. I was gonna say I don't know if the Eagles even make the playoffs at this point.
Yeah, they will.
And I know they will, but like just watching them, you're like, yeah, they're gonna make the playoffs, but like they shouldn't, if that makes sense. It's like spiritually, they just shouldn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, like, or do they get Notre Dame?
The NFL, Roger Goodell, the committee of himself, comes out and says, "Actually, you're going to play in the fucking Cozumel. You're going to play in the Pro Bowl. It's Eagles versus everyone else. BYU needs you're going to the Pop-Tarts Bowl, Eagles." Which actually, I don't. It does. That will answer the question: how much can a broken NFL team beat up on a college team?
Oh, they'd kill them. They'd fucking murder them.
Brian, by the end of the first quarter, they're pulling people from the stands to play. They're like, "You want to play for the Eagles?"
By half.
Yeah. I mean, at that point,
I hate that argument, man. I hate that
so
argument.
dumb. I saw someone say like, would like the was it 03 Miami beat like a good like the worst NFL team? I'm like, the 0-16 Lions would run through them, and that I mean, again, Matthew Stafford was Matthew Stafford on the team?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was, but like,
oh no, was it Dan Orlovsky?
I think it was Orlovsky because I know he's talked about how shitty
he stepped out of the bounds, right?
He did the but yeah, no, it's yeah.
Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah. What a sad for him. I like Orlovsky.
It happened in 2008. Why did I think it happened in like 2012?
I thought it was 2012. No, it's one of those things where like we were young enough to where it no longer. It doesn't connect. It's like it was in that era where like middle school, high school, but all that said, Brian, do you have prediction on who wins the Super Bowl this year?
No. I do not have an answer for you right now. The reason I asked you is because I said I liked 3 of those teams that you mentioned, but I don't know who the other one in the AFC is. I don't know if the Broncos can do it. They win some sketch. They win, which is the most important thing. They win.
It's survive in advance. That's all you got to do.
It doesn't give me confidence. It doesn't instill confidence in me. But hey, winning's winning, man. You cannot apologize for winning.
No,
never apologize for winning.
Never apologize.
So I don't know if it's the Broncos, but man, I could see a Bills Patriots AFC Championship rematch. You know, from basically Game 3 of the season.
I wouldn't hate that, but I think that Patriots win that one. Can I just be a little crazy real quickly?
Yeah,
I think Patriots are winning the Super Bowl this year. I
don't think I disagree.
Yeah. Now I will say I am skewed because my TikTok is filled with Ann and Michael, or Ann Michael May,
Drake
May. I see her all the time. Everyone's like, Giselle never did this for us, or actually I've seen one that said Tom never tried cookies for us. And so, but not only do they look great, it feels like something special is going on up there, and like not in the Tom Brady TB12
coach too.
Vrabel's a great coach.
Great coach.
He was a great hire. Like I know they were going to hire him, and like it wasn't crazy that I hired him. Like no, everyone was shooting for Vrabel in some sense, but the fact is like he was just a great hire. Like good. Honestly, Robert Kraft likes to make explosive decisions sometimes, mostly in Florida at Smalls, but this was a really good one right there.
It's a long shot, and I don't think it happens at all. Like I'm taking maybe 5% chance it happens. I think the best team, the team with the best chance to beat them in the AFC playoffs is us because of our defense.
Yeah.
I think we are the only team I think we have the best chance to beat them. But like I said, meeting them is going to be difficult. Like I think we'd have to make the AFC championship.
Yeah. Well, it also depends on what Texans
team right now.
Yeah, we're a wild card team. The question is, which Texans offense shows up that day? Because we've seen both into the spectrum. Like the defense is going to show up. The defense is going to show up every single week.
If the offense can put up 24 points, I think we can beat just about anyone.
Yeah, I'd say
a lot of points, by the way.
Yeah, I'd say even 21 points. I think
if touchdowns we win.
I think realistically you can do 2 touchdowns and a field goal for like the Patriots. Now that's with the Texans defense, which is again, as we mentioned, there's no schemes. You just beat up people, and that's all you need.
Well. Actually, and you can't. The game is not played on a spreadsheet, obviously, right? But if the Texans struck a deal with the devil, and they were like, you know what, you get to pick one thing that stays consistent, I would say the defense, because obviously I'd say the defense, because we would only need to score 17 points, because points per game average is 16 points. Holy shit.
Now to be fair, the Patriots are they are scoring a lot of points.
They're very
I just want to see they are
so
very good.
I think 24 would be the number. I think the Patriots would put up 17 to 21 points on us. I don't know. Maybe 27 would have to be the number. This is all a testament to saying Patriots are scary.
Okay, Brian, since September 21st, the Patriots have not scored below 20 points in a game. Now, again, they're playing they're not playing anyone where I'm like, oh, this is a great actually, look at their schedule. They're not playing anyone who has a great defense. They scored 42 points against the Panthers, but it's the Panthers.
We can't say that anymore.
I know.
The Panthers could win the NFC South. Some are saying the Buccaneers
it's also the NFC South, which again may be the worst division in all of football. We said talk about the AFC South like that, but it's the NFC South is probably.
I don't know. AFC North is. I don't know who's going to win that. Oh, okay, never mind. No, it's NFC South because Falcons and
Falcons, Saints, Bucks,
Saints, thank you.
Panthers. It's like just you have four teams that are just like they're the ones you make the argument about going to lose to a college team. They won't, but they're the ones you make the argument about. But they played the Falcons, they played the Jets, they played the Bucks, they played the Bengals, they played the Giants. So you know what? Maybe I changed my prediction from actually, you know what? No longer on Patriots after looking at this, and I had to see it to believe it. I'm going Rams. I feel spiritually maybe Matthew Stafford won less wrong. Now, do I want the Colts to win?
Matt sounds cool.
Two-ring Matt sounds he can have one on each hand, and then his wife can get mad at him about that. Every time I see her, it's the worst thing. It's like it's Matthew Stafford. I love him. But yeah, I'm starting to think it actually after looking at this and who they played so far. Thinking it's actually the Rams. I think the Patriots
they beat the shit out of the Bills.
Yeah, but you can have one good. They did beat the shit out of the Bills. Ugh. Yeah, okay. I'm going Rams. I changed to Patriots. I think I gave them to Patriots propaganda. They propagandized me with their likable king and queen, and now I must return to the normalcy of L.A., which tells me I do love L.A., as Randy Newman says. And I think the Rams are going to.
You know what? This. Oh man, I got a joke for you after the pod. Okay. Brian, do you have any other notes on the NFL other than our upcoming picks? Nope. Just got to go through our picks. I'm sure that we'll stop and talk about one of the teams or a game or two along the way, but we are at 52 minutes when these are supposed to be 30.
Well, we are catching up in like an entire week of stuff.
True. We had a special guest, which thank you again, Blake, if you were listening, for joining us. And I was going to propose. I'll propose that after the pod as well.
Okay. Would you like to go through our picks first, and then you can do your? Okay.
Yes. All right. Last week I went 4-10. Whoa. Yeah, I had a bad week last week. That's the worst week I've ever had during these pick'ems.
It makes me feel better. I went 6-10 the week before. It's some weeks you just don't do well.
So
I went 11-3 this week, by the way.
Nice. Wow. I took some risky picks and none of them hit.
I took some risky picks too. It was a weird time. Okay, Brian, let's do this.
All right. Starting tonight, Thursday Night Football, Falcons at Buccaneers.
Give me Bucks. Give me Bucks.
Give me the Bucks, but I don't love it. The Falcons are shit. But the Buccaneers have given me nothing to be confident about.
Yeah. That's a shit ass game.
That's a game. Like I'm going to dinner with my parents and my brother. Tonight, so it's at 7:30, and I was just like, no, Thursday Night Football. Oh, no. We're in the stinky time.
Yeah. It's not fun.
Also, where they schedule teams that you can't flex a Thursday night. So you schedule teams that are like, these teams should be good. No, they're stinky.
They stinky. They're bad. They bad a lot. Also, we have some like no games coming up, kind of. Huh?
Oh, this is not a good week for games. No. There's 3 double-digit favorites for betting, and it's crazy.
Okay.
Ravens at Bengals.
Give me Ravens. No, actually, give me Bengals. I think Joey B is going to do one last run.
I got the Ravens. I think the Ravens. They're still fighting for the division. I think they got to win this game. Raiders at Eagles. Dude,
Eagles only because it's the Raiders. But like, I don't know if I want to do that.
I hesitated when I saw that, and I was like Eagle.
Lord have mercy.
But yeah, Eagles. Cardinals at Texans.
Give me the Texans.
Yeah. Chargers at Chiefs.
Chargers.
Give me the Chiefs. Chiefs. They won't let them go down this sadly, Jordan. They won't let them down this sadly.
Their best player won't let them go to their best player. There. Roger won't let it happen. Yeah.
Bills at Patriots.
Patriots.
I'm going Bills.
I think it's a smart move, but I just call the Patriots a Super Bowl winner.
Patriots off a bye is tough, though.
Yeah,
it's tough.
They already won one this season against the Bills, and it's hard to do two.
Yeah, and they're at home this time, so it will be even harder for the Bills. Jets at Jaguars.
Give me the Jaguars here.
Come on. Yes.
Yeah.
Commanders at Giants.
Give me the Giants. Just give me the Jameis effect. He's on the team.
They just got shut out by the Vikings. I'm taking the Giants.
Yeah.
100%. I'm taking the Giants over the Commanders.
Feeling my bones.
Commanders might be one of the worst teams because of injuries. Might be one of the worst teams in football.
What a weird turnaround from last season where we all had hope for them.
Browns at Bears.
Bears. Wow.
Bears. But would this not be the most Bears game of all time to lose this game at home to the Browns?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. And it would, what are the standings for the NFC North right now? It would put a real damper on everything that's happening. Let's see. I'll pull up. Okay. Packers. Packers are 9-3. Bears are 9-4. Theoretically they could move. So if they lost, that actually, because the Lions are at 8-5. They lost. There's a way they drop into third in that division. So
the Packers, that tie that they had actually helped them out.
Yeah. So if the Bears lose, which feels maybe like it might happen, they could drop into third in this division, which is kind of, crazy.
It's because the Lions have looked like doo-doo batter. They have not looked like doo-doo batter, but they have lost some doo-doo batter games.
Yeah. The Bears have more points against than points for, but only by one. Interesting stuff. The 334 points for, 335 points against. Just thought to throw that out there. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Panthers at Saints.
Panthers. Yeah.
Not particularly close, I don't think.
No.
Actually, no. The Saints added that quarterback, and he looked pretty good to beat the Buccaneers. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Okay.
I'm doing it. I'm falling for the propaganda. I'm the problem. Hashtag the problem's me. Taylor Swift or whatever.
Change it up. Or what? Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Or what? Yeah. I know. I know some Swift stuff.
I know some
Swift language.
I speak a little Swifty.
Let me speak a little. Can a white boy speak a little Swift for you?
Let me speak. Hey, Ma, let me speak a little Swifty at you.
Hey, yo, girl.
I'm gonna hit my wife with that line when she comes home today.
Hey, girl, let me get Swifty with you.
Lions at Rams.
Rams. I had to think for a second because I want to believe in the Lions.
Like I said, the Lions have not had lived up to expectation. The Lions are on the road. Jared Goff against his old team. But no, I think the Rams take care of business. Colts at Seahawks.
I'm saying Colts only. For hope reasons.
Okay. I will. This will come up later. I will say this when I do my picks. I have the Seahawks, but Packers at Broncos.
Give me Packers. Oh no, give me Broncos. Sorry, I have to choose the Broncos. Give me the Broncos.
This was a Jorden pick game for me.
Yeah. Well, you know what I have to. You should know who I have to pick on Broncos games.
That's true. I should have just Titans at 49ers.
Lord have mercy. 49ers. Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're gonna kick the shit out of them.
Yeah. But it you know why I say that? Sometimes it just feels like it's a game where like it's all gonna fall apart for the 49ers. I don't know why the 49ers always feel like a fall apart team for me. Like they're just one little thing away from falling apart. So
We got Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football, which are games. We have Vikings at Cowboys.
Okay, give me. You know what? Give me the Cowboys. I don't know why.
I'm saying it's a shit game, not because the Cowboys are bad, but I think the Cowboys might win that game.
I'll see.
38-10.
Okay. I mean, the Vikings. Do they not look? What happened last week? I'm out of it now. So, sorry. Continue.
And then a very gross game because this team does not belong playing in the North this late.
Yeah.
Dolphins at Steelers.
Yeah, I picked the Steelers last week and they helped me out some, so I'm picking the Steelers again this week. Also, I know
I'm picking the Steelers, dude.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if they can survive the cold. So
Tua won his first game a couple weeks ago or last week of it being less than 48 degrees or whatever. This is going to be Pittsburgh at night. That defense is. I don't know if we can really stay that defense anymore. Still, Pittsburgh at night, freezing cold outside. Good luck in December.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be fun.
Jumping over my side of things, I am now 103, 105, and 5. I'm just an average guy, apparently. I went 8-6 last week, and we're going to start off with Falcons, Buccaneers, under 45. Cardinals, Texans, under 42.5. Ravens, Bengals over 52.5. Bills, money line. Bears, -8. Eagles, -11.5. Chargers, +5.5. Jaguars, -13. Giants, -2.5. Panthers, -2.5. Rams, -6. Broncos, money line. Colts, +14. Phillip Rivers, baby. Don't take it. Cowboys, -5.5. And Steelers, -5.5. So a lot of sides, not too many totals this week. But, yeah. That's it for me. That's all the notes I got.
All right, cool. I have nothing else. Actually, I was going to do something. Actually, I'll just do this real quickly. Let me look up the score real quickly. Brian, just one quick note on college basketball. I want to say a game that happened. I want you to guess who won that game and maybe the final score. Iowa State versus Purdue. You know about these both because I've talked about them at length. Who do you think won that game?
This is either going to be an insanely good shoot 'em out game or this is going to be extremely shit. I'm going to go extremely shit. I'm going to go it was 42-33. Purdue.
Okay. You're not going to guess what happened because Purdue did not win. Iowa State won.
Okay.
Final score 81-58. Purdue got fucking bonked on that.
I like that.
So I my hate of Purdue, and then you know my love of Iowa State. The game was shit from Purdue. Iowa State also just looks like a better team in general.
You said 81-50?
81-58.
23 points by.
It's still
I assume they were both ranked, right?
Right now, this was the new ranking or the new rankings. Iowa State's 4 and Purdue 6. I think before that Purdue was maybe
they're ranked that high and they got murdered.
They got murdered. Yeah. So more Purdue bias. They get to stay up there, but UH also won last night by 81-38.
Nice.
But it was against Jackson State, so it's not a real team. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Hey.
So, it's a real team, but it's not like you know what I mean. We all know what I mean.
I'm just giving you shit.
Brian, where can the people find you?
You can find me across all social medias at Auricpolaris, AURICPOLARIS, especially at twitch.tv/Auricpolaris. Same thing as what I said in the last podcast. Elden Ring coming up, maybe something Saturday night. Jorden, where can the people find you?
Find me at Jordan Stotts on Twitter and find me across all platforms at Moonstamp Sports for Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. Also check out the podcast from our last podcast with Blake Blackmar. I think it was a really fun time. I think we all had a fun time. And he's a great guy. So, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, whatever you can do on whatever platform you're listening on. We will see you next week.
Let's have a weekend. Sorry, I got to tell you.